Hello and welcome to my Femininity class. Today's topic is to revive your femininity with a gentler mindset. I appreciate you attending today. My name is Andrea and I'll be guiding you through today's class. So I'm always curious, how did you hear about today's class and where are you calling in from? So if you can, just let me know in the comments below because it's always fun to see how our community is growing throughout the world. And I appreciate you sharing. So a little bit about me, I'm calling in from Maryland, which is on the East Coast of the United States, and I'm a wife and mother of 4. So each day, my family and I, we live with 12 healthy habits in order to enjoy a better quality of life and also to support the success of all that God calls us to do. And because these habits have been so transformative to our lives, I want to make sure that I take time to share guidance on how to both implement and stick with each of these healthy habits so that we can all live truly thriving lives together. So I'll share more later on about the other videos and workbooks and classes and support groups that I offer throughout the week. But for now, I do want to go ahead and jump right into today's class. So our goal today is to embrace a gentler mindset, one that enables us to live with gentleness and femininity in all that we say and do. While we're together today, we'll pinpoint some unhelpful thoughts. We'll talk about the root of harsh thinking, and we'll take time to discuss the techniques for a gentler outlook on life. If we want to embrace femininity, then it's vitally important that we are mindful of our thoughts. So a favorite saying of mine is this: watch your thoughts, for they become your words. Watch your words, for they become your actions. Watch your actions, for they become your habits. Watch your habits, because they become your character. And watch your character, because it becomes your destiny. It all starts with our thoughts. Thoughts like criticism, guilt, longing, shame, and negativity. So these are unhelpful thoughts for everyone, but especially for those of us who are striving to revive and restore our femininity. So then let's get to the root of each of these unhelpful thoughts and mindsets. I'll be sharing tips for a gentler outlook to counteract things like the criticism, longing, guilt, shame, and negativity. And in order to help you cultivate an easygoing, peace-filled, content, comfortable, and positive mindset. So criticism. Criticism is evident in thoughts like, why would you do it that way? Or, and you did that because, or you missed a spot. These are unhelpful thoughts because they harp on things that aren't good and it's really just unnecessary. The root to this is often things like perfectionism, or maybe even anxiety can be at the root of it as well, that their anxiety that their way of doing things isn't going to be effective enough. Sometimes we challenge others via criticism because we think that our way of doing things is better. The truth is that this is competitive thinking and there's no need to compete. So consider with me for a moment that whomever we might be tempted to be critical of, whether it's a friend or a spouse or even yourself, that person did do something. They did something. So therefore, an attitude of gratitude and appreciation for at least the thought that they had to do something for you or to do something thoughtful may be in order. So for a gentler outlook, focus on whatever is good, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable. If anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Now, I can't claim that that's a Bible verse. That's from Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. So we want to truly strive to understand and appreciate and respect that person's unique way of doing things. Not the spot that they missed. We don't want to focus on that. We want to focus on the rest that they got wonderfully right. So once your thoughts are ones of gratitude, then your words will follow, and the other person will feel more appreciated, and you then also can relax and enjoy their company. So then there's guilt, longing, and shame. So we see the evidence of guilt, longing, and shame in thoughts like, well, that should be me. Or, well, why couldn't I do that? Or, well, that must be nice. So these are all unhelpful because they focus on what's not instead of what could be. And the root of this is usually a longing for something else, or it could be guilt that you aren't doing more, or maybe even shame about your own shortcomings. So for a gentler outlook, we want to make a plan to avoid doing things that tend to leave you feeling guilty or with shame. You want to make sure that you turn those longings that you have into a reality for yourself in your own unique way and on a scale that works for you. Once you realize your own potential and have peace with what you do, then you can enjoy thoughts of excitement and satisfaction and peace with other people's accomplishments as well. Negativity. So negativity is seen in thoughts like, I can't, or everything is just ruined, or maybe even, I'll never. So these are unhelpful because they focus only on the negative possibility. But there's always other options and possibilities that can be found. So the root of this is usually thinking lowly of oneself, maybe having a bleak outlook on life, or a feeling that the negative experiences that you've encountered in the past will now inevitably occur in the future. But the present and the future don't have to be a mirror of the past. It can be a brighter future. So for a gentler outlook, get creative, consider the other possibilities, and if everything seems ruined, just consider, is there a way to make beauty of the mess? God always makes beauty of the mess, and you see it in certain scenarios in the Bible, and He can do the same thing with us. So try a different way to handle, address, and resolve what you felt negative about originally, and see if you can turn a negative into a positive, even if it won't be today. Can you restore things perhaps on another day? And even if you can't, perhaps now you can be a light to someone else who can. So the more you focus on possibilities and potential, the more positivity that you'll have in your heart. All right, so let's talk about how we can do a harshness screening. So while we strive for a gentler outlook on life, it might be helpful to remember that femininity is not a destination. Living with gentleness and femininity in all that you say and do is a journey. And along that journey, our mindset will likely meander closer to harshness than we'd like sometimes. So it's helpful to stay mindful of how your body works and your tone. So here are a few tips to help you screen yourself for a harsh mindset. So it's good to take notice. Take notice of your body. And if you feel tension on your eyebrows or maybe near the corners of your lips, or if you feel that your eyebrows are raised, and if you feel like your shoulders are raised and tense, or you might find that your arms are now crossed due to an emotion. If when you do this screening and you notice your body, you notice that you do have some of these signs, then you might be harboring a harsh mindset. Another way to screen yourself is to listen to your words. Does each statement have the capacity to be helpful, or do your words only have the capacity to be hurtful? If the latter is truest, then you might be harboring a harsh mindset. And if you're not sure when you listen to your tone, just consider this. If someone in a grocery store spoke to you with the same tone that you are speaking with now, would it be acceptable to you? Would that type of tone welcome a receptive ear? Or is it the type of tone that would put up a wall of defensiveness and now then become the main bigger topic of discussion? So then if you're doing your screening and you're listening to your tone and you notice any of these signs, then you might be harboring a harsh mindset. So if you do these harshness screenings and you find that your face feels tense or your tone is harsh, just relax. Relax in each one of those areas. Relax in your face, relax in your shoulders, relax your arms, do your best to straighten your posture, and give yourself some grace along the way as well. Give the other person grace too. And be sure to be understanding that we're all still learning, we're all still growing, and we're all still blossoming into the best of ourselves. So you may have noticed earlier that I said that my family and I, we live with 12 healthy habits in order to enjoy a better quality of life. So then, femininity is just one of the 12. We embrace all these healthy habits so that there's less bad habits to sabotage our efforts to obey God and more good habits to support our success as we aim to do all that Yahweh has called us to do. So for each of these healthy habits, I offer guidance via videos and workbooks, classes and support groups to help you implement and stick with these habits as well. So if you could use more guidance with this or any of the healthy habits, just know I'm here to guide you, and you can find more details on my website, which is trulythrivinglives.org. All right, so I'd love to know, how did you enjoy today's class, and what questions do you have for me? You can let me know in the comments below, or if you'd like, you can save your questions for supports group or for coaching. Either way, I very much look forward to supporting you along your journey. All right, thanks again for attending, and I hope you have a blessed day.